Are you going back to another fashion show, or do you, who do I have to contact to get a hold of you nowadays? You're in movies, you're in fashion shows, you're booked and busy. I'm surprised you even remembered to stop by the show.
No, I have, you know.
How are you?
I'm great. I can't really complain.
Yeah.
Not
okay.
too many complaints. The only thing I complain about now is probably a little rest, which is rare.
Now you want rest?
Yeah, I never really complained about a little rest.
When was the last time you had just some good rest? And how
Last
long?
night.
Last night? How long? How many hours did you sleep?
I woke up. This is how you know you got good rest. When you wake up around I'm always waking up 7, 8. But I woke up and I closed the curtains and I went right back to sleep.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of them moments. I needed that.
Oh, you needed that sleep.
Yeah. Got about 4 more hours in. So,
oh my, what?
Yeah, 4 more hours.
You could go a month now with no sleep, basically.
Yeah, I think I need one more good day of that.
One more
and then
good
I can
day?
go a month. I can go a month. Yeah, just one more day.
How's it being a movie star? I see you out here on the red carpet hanging out. I mean, how's this experience been for you?
It's a blessing. God has given me new territory. Pray for it, stay down for it, humbly walking into it. I think that's the most beautiful thing. He's expanding. He's expanding my horizon, so I'm grateful.
I remember you being so excited about this entire process. So now that we're finally here, Black Heat, congratulations. This is your first movie.
Yes, it is.
What's going through your mind?
I don't really know. I'm really taking it step by step, day by day. I really don't know what to expect, and I'm not trying to be the person to put expectations on anything.
Yeah.
I just want to cherish it and listen to God throughout the process, and I pray that it opens many more doors to where I can keep showing my talent.
Who did you learn from the most while filming this movie?
I'm not gonna lie, I keep saying this, I don't want to feel like I'm just kind of tooting my horn, but it was once I kind of figured out who the character was and why he was who he was, it kind of came second nature. It was I just understood the assignment.
And you just went in there and did your thing?
I just did it.
Who did you have most chemistry with as far as your co-stars?
So I would have to say Jason for sure, because we share a fight scene where it's we're really throwing blows. A few times I accidentally hit him.
Oh, what? Wait, was it hard?
Yeah, I almost busted his lip a few times. It was crazy, but it was very much so worth it, and I think that's where we shared a lot of our chemistry.
Worth it because it was so real, because it was.
It was real. It was real. Yeah, it was.
Wait, and what did he do? Did he stand up and be like, that was good, now just fake it?
I would hit him, and then I'd be like, oh. And he was like, nah, just keep going. Hit me again if you got to. He was he wanted to be hit.
Yeah.
So you feel me? He was like, I'm going to sell it. But I didn't keep hitting him. But, sometimes I slipped up and I hit him. One time I think I hit him accidentally on the face and the stomach.
Oh, my
gosh. But, he was taking it and he was going through it.
Oh, that's a professional right there.
Yeah.
How was it? Tell me about your other co-stars and that experience. Because this is your first movie, so I'm sure you remember who said hi to you, who did it, who looked the other way.
Yeah.
What was that?
I think it was real dope sharing spaces with Dream Doll as well. It was new territory for her. She was just getting her feet wet with acting. I think she told me she did a role prior to the one that we was on. So it was still fresh for her. And now, what's so beautiful about it is she full circle a moment. It's like a full circle moment with her because she just gave life to a baby girl.
I know. Congratulations.
And in the movie, she's protecting her daughter. So, it's dope.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, it's crazy, right? And she wasn't pregnant. She didn't even have signs. She wasn't...
Yeah, she was booked and busy, just working.
Yeah.
Wow, this is... I feel like things like this always happen with you, though.
It's
these
huge.
moments of just what? How did this all happen at once? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So how was it behind the scenes when it comes to acting? Because for a lot of us, we just see the finished product. Is it a whole lot of hurry up and wait and you're just sitting in your trailers? And how does that look?
So the good thing about this movie, a lot of the scenes were shot at night. So, call time was mainly around 8, 9 p.m.
That's not bad.
It's not too bad. And it wasn't too much of a hurry up and wait scenario because we wasn't shooting all throughout the day. It was we getting our scenes at night. We know what we got to get. We ain't fighting daylight, none of those things. So it was just real simple, just come in and be prepared, know your lines, and thrive.
Was there anyone in particular that you worked with, whether it's a co-star or not, that you wish you would have had more time to build with?
build as far as like just a relationship?
Getting wisdom.
Getting wisdom. I feel like I think, first and foremost, me and Jason shared a lot of great moments, prior to, before we even got the cameras up. I gave him a lot of flowers, just telling him like how I cried on Straight Outta Compton when Eazy-E died, and just was letting him know how much of a fan I was of his work. So, just having conversations with him, for sure, like lighting the mood. I was like, I told him, I was like, oh no, I think I ain't gonna be able to remember my lines. And he was like, bro, it's gonna be easy. You gonna get it. And if you need to run through lines, let me know. So it was like different things like that,
Oh, I like that. Because sometimes it could be, nerve-wracking, but I like that it was very welcoming. Anyone else make you feel welcomed?
Wes Miller, the director. Also, I think he did a lot to do with the script. He made me feel welcome in the highest form. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what word it is, but he welcomed me open arms. I didn't even have to do an audition. He saw me and just knew I was made for the role.
Damn.
And I came and exceeded expectations for him. So, shout out Wes Miller because he trusted me.
Any other movies in the works?
Yeah, I just did another one with him. It's coming out soon. I can't disclose too much, but, I think he's trying to get it out actually before the end of this year. So,
wow.
Shout out to him, Wes Miller. He's doing his thing.
Is this a new chapter for you?
Yeah, I love it. It's new territory. I just even paid my own money to, independently produce a film that I'm trying to get out this year as well, a full-length film. Spent over $1 million on it.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm really invested into it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to invest money, there's always Katrina and I, and we are always here and willing to take anything. Well, you're committed right now. This is beautiful. Do you feel like acting unlocked a different, just creative portal for you?
For sure.
To express yourself?
For sure.
I'm happy for you.
I would love to play a role of someone that's of significant, autobiography.
Yeah.
Whether it's a football player, basketball player, activist, someone that lost their life to police brutality. I want to play one of those roles. I feel like
that's
I really want to thrive in. Yeah.
You know what? Knowing you're going to make it happen.
For sure, I'm going to do the homework.
Listen, everything that you have ever said has happened.
It have.
And I think you got it. Do you know how to cry on cue?
With a little bit they gave me this little thing on the last movie I did. They was so shocked because I put the little cry stick under my eye and I didn't cry. They was like, "What's wrong with you? What are you holding in?" Everybody came to my emotional support. I was like, "I just think I ain't put it on right." You know what I'm saying? Like, I fought the cry stick one time and then I used it the second time and it worked.
And it worked?
Yeah, I think
Is it real? Like,
yeah, it's real.
What does it do to you?
It makes you cry. It literally burns your eyes.
So you have to probably hit your lines right on time as it starts to work, right? Like I'm assuming. Ooh,
I'm great at timing, though. I'm great at timing.
The timing's okay. You got the timing part down right. We've seen you model before, so seeing you walk at D Squared's fashion show in Milan wasn't surprising. How was that experience?
It was beautiful. It was a long-awaited journey. I know I walked previously for Off-White too. Sure. I think it was a year or two before. D Squared was beautiful. The show was amazing. Shout out Dean and Dan. And it was just a big full circle moment. I was with Doechii, Naomi Campbell.
Wait, did they teach you any walks, anything cool? Did they give you any game?
It was funny. It was like they told me just do me, have fun. It's a fun brand, so have fun. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I said, I'm gonna rip my shirt off at the end. And then they was like, we love it, do it. They was like, so I ripped my shirt off at the end and it went viral.
Yeah. That's great. So you liked the experience?
I loved it.
How was Paris in general? You had fun out there?
It's hard. It's kind of hard to have fun because I'm a guy that sun, palm trees in general. Grass, but it's different in Paris, and the sun be hiding behind the clouds some days. But I think I'm a man of gratitude. I just gotta find gratitude in anything, and I think what I found the most gratitude in is just being there and knowing that it's one of my prayers. So.
And it doesn't hurt. You were hanging out with the legend herself, Madonna.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was beautiful as well.
No, we got to relive it. I want to relive it with you. How did this happen? Who said hi? Like, huh?
So I walked into, it was a tight Like it was like a club or some type of little lounge, kickback or restaurant.
Yeah.
And I walked in and I just sat down. They wanted to introduce me to her. And I said, I'm just gonna sit down, wait patiently until she's ready because I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Like, you know. And when it was time, she welcomed me with open arms as well. You know, was a fan of me and I'm a fan of her. So
This is, it's Madonna.
yeah,
Do you know,
iconic.
like, I think about being in the game for 20 years, and she's one of the people I've never had a chance to have a conversation with. So I'm always so curious. She's someone I definitely want to talk to, but I'm also curious, how's her aura? Do you feel her presence? Like,
For sure. But in a humble way.
Yeah.
Like not in a like I'm Madonna way. It's more so like in a humble way.
Yeah.
Now she may other people may felt her aura that way.
Right.
But you know, from my experience, it was just like she was chill. She was down to earth.
Oh, I like this.
It's beautiful.
Another icon, another legend, Brigitte Nielsen. I had to make sure I was saying her name right. But how was that experience?
That was dope because I grew up watching Rocky.
Right, that's how I knew it. That's immediately. I was like, wait, hold on.
It was dope. My mom grew up watching Rocky too.
Right.
And it came full circle with me. I used to love Rocky. And now I'm watching Creed, you know, fast forward. So just to share the same room as her, she gave me a kiss on the cheek.
That was,
it meant a lot to me.
Did you see all of this happening for you, you know, before you started your career and all the success, where you're going to be traveling the world, hanging out with icons, people that you watch and revered, and then here you are and they appreciate you?
The vision I had and the vision I had and the reality, I should say, that God had for me was two different things. You know, I had a vision where I think he foreshadowed and sprinkled a little bit of what the reality was going to soon become. But I can say he did not show me everything. So, you know, now that I'm going through it, walking through life, it's for sure more.
Yeah.
You think it's a lot, it's more that he has. So, you know, I'm just grateful. I'm walking.
A picture you posted of you hanging out with a tiger. Is that real?
I don't know. Do you think it's real?
I thought first I'm scared for you. I was like, I hope this is AI. But I was like, what is happening here? Why? What?
I just wanted to recreate the Tyson picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you hang out with a tiger though?
For sure. I've already hung out with tigers. I've actually fought with a tiger.
No more.
In Dubai.
Yep, no.
Yeah. It wasn't a full grown one, but he was huge. He was big enough to do it. Yeah, I was slap boxing with him, slapping him because he kept grabbing me and hitting me and trying to bite at me, and I was like, "This ain't that. If you gonna take it there, we're gonna go there."
Right next to you, and everyone's laughing because
for real, I was fighting. Was I not? I was fighting a tiger.
No, we're gonna have to pass on it.
I think it was a dominant thing. I think he was trying to see was he more dominant than me, and I didn't want him to feel like I was just a walk in the park. I wanted him to know that if he wanted to think about doing something, he was gonna have to be concerned about his safety as well. It was gonna go there.
Think again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's somewhere you traveled that's like you want to go back to?
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
I can never get enough of Jamaica. I'm Jamaican, so can never get enough of it.
Yeah, what is it? Give me we've never been, Katrina and I. How would you describe Jamaica?
I just think it's my roots. I think the reason why I want to come back is because it's my roots. But to describe Jamaica is just like, first and foremost, everything just feels natural. You know, the food, from the food to the fruit to the drinks. Sun is always shining. It rains a lot. The sun may hide then a little bit, but sun is always shining.
But you're willing to deal with that rain. Like, it's worth it to
you. It is.
Yeah,
people are grateful. You meet people that just, that's grateful of their island and take their island in.
Yeah.
So it's dope.
Well, like we said, if you want to invest money in Katrina and I's vacation fund, we're here for you.
But
the last time that we had a conversation, we're both fans of Kobe Bryant, right?
For sure.
And you had posted the other day how you wish you would have had a chance to meet Kobe.
Yes.
Knowing that, who are maybe other people that you wish you would have met or had a conversation with before they transitioned?
Michael Jackson. For sure. MJ.
life is fragile for sure. And you don't know what's going to happen next. But, you know, these moments again, like, have you noticed yourself as you're growing, as you're evolving, how you're not taking life for granted as much? Do you get what I mean? Because you're older now. We're wiser. Do you find yourself like enjoying the moment you're in?
Sometimes I find myself not enjoying it. Ooh. And then when I do, I try to bring myself to enjoyment. So I try to look for the times that I'm not enjoying it more so than I am.
Yeah.
You know, but because once I find out I'm not, I try to enjoy it.
That's right.
And I got to make it up. So, you know, I'm moving in a space now that I'm trying to enjoy it more for sure because I've done a lot.
Yes,
Smashed
you have.
a lot of accolades.
Since the last time I saw you to now, the laundry list of accomplishments, it's ongoing. And I'm really happy for you. I know it's a lot of work.
It is.
I mean, the fact that you're not sleeping, but this is what you wanted, right?
It's what I wanted. So I got to wake up and do it.
That's it. Tell us about your song, Dare You, with Imagine Dragons. How did this connection even happen?
Man, beautifully. Man, it came apart. I was in the studio, played the song. One of my guys, Ben Mark, he said, man, you know who would sound crazy on this? I said, who? He said, Imagine Dragons. And I was like, for real? I was like, let's try. And lo and behold, I sent it over to them. They liked it, and they did it. You know, so.
What does that feel like? You know, because you don't know what you're going to get. I'm sure maybe things before didn't pan out the way it was supposed to when you hit somebody up. Yeah. So what's that feeling for you now? You know, it's off the cuff. You're like, oh, let's just see what happens. And it does happen. Yeah. Does that give you, I don't want to say validation, but it has to feel nice, right?
It feels nice because a lot of the things we send up in the air, it comes down. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you send something in the air and it sticks, it's always something to be grateful for. Yeah. I'm like a loving person, so I want to work with as many people as I can. Yeah. But, you know, sometimes, you know, people are caught up on their own stuff. They have their own things going, and sometimes it may not happen. Right. You know, it may be something personally going on in their life. Sure. You know? So it's just kind of tough to really work with people in the industry. So when it happens, it's beautiful. How was it working with Summer Walker? You were the leading man in her video for A Heart of a Woman. So how was that? I was trying to watch your face the entire time. Like, see, how's he feeling? What's he going to do? But how was it for you? It was real dope. You know, I felt appreciated that she appreciated me as a man. You know what I'm saying? To come on board and help bring her. Were you nervous at all? Like, have you done like videos, you know, where you're not the star of this and that way, right? Like she's the star. It was a cameo. Yeah, and you're there. So was that a different role for you in general? No, I love the role, and I'm looking for more. If there's any other female artists that want me a part of something, I'm willing to stick my neck out. Yeah. So I liked it. You know, I wasn't tripping. How was it, like the actual filming? Was it like long hours? Yeah, it was long for sure. It was long. It was a full day, like 12 to 12 type of day. Did you actually have a conversation with her, like, you know, past just filming and working? Mm-hmm. Like, was she talking about music? Yeah. I mean, being parents, you both are parents. Yeah. Anything that was insightful? Towards the end, we shared, like, some good laughs and stuff. But, you know, throughout, I just be trying to be out of people's way. I don't be wanting to be a burden or nothing, you know. Yeah. Just like I go off in my corner and, you know, let people You're trying to be professional. Yeah, for sure. I get it. Did you see the video of Summer Walker's boyfriend? He was drinking a drink and her toe was in it. Did you see this video? No, I didn't. Katrina, pull it up. I'm dying for you to see it. He loves her. He clearly loves her. So he has like this drink in like a cocktail cup. Yeah. And he's sipping on a drink and her big toe is dipped in it. Great pedicure, by the way. Yeah. And he's drinking it. Yeah. And it's love. Sound like love. Is that something you would do? Oh, yeah. For sure. I love feet. I love toes. So, Katrina! Yeah. Okay, bring it up, please. I need your reaction in real time. Oh, there we go. Look, so he's sipping the straw and her toe. Oh, yeah. That's nice. That's love. Yeah, that's love. See? Put the whole foot in there. For sure. Yes. Let's go. Okay, so how was it doing the Chris Brown Residuals Challenge? Did you have fun? Yeah, I did. It was like different territory for me. That's a tough song. So, you know, being in that space, recording it, was real fun to me, you know. And just putting it out was another fun thing to do. Do you feel like that made you appreciate
the different levels of singing more or anything
For
like
sure.
Yeah?
For sure. And also, too, like, it's a beautiful song. I really love the song. Like, I'm so inspired to the song. I want to see how I sounded on it. You know, it's a beautiful song.
Yeah. More singing for you?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I feel like you're going to do everything.
For sure.
Okay, so tell me about, you were pretty, I don't want to say mad, but you were disappointed in Complex with their list of 20 rappers in their 20s.
I was just talking to Complex about that.
Good. Okay, because you're 22. You've done literally everything that I can think of. What did they say? What was their reasoning of not having you on this list?
It wasn't a reason. It wasn't a reason. They couldn't really give. Well, the guy I was talking to couldn't give a reason as to why. You know, it's just an overlooked moment, I guess.
Yeah.
But, you know, when they made the list, I was 1 year into my 20s, and I already did more than half of the people on the list. So I don't know, you know. But, you know, some things just get overlooked sometimes, you know. It's just like when you clean and you miss a spot.
You know what? I appreciate that you also said that. You made it clear you weren't trying to discredit anybody on the list, but they could have opened up the slot to 21 people.
Yeah. If that was the case, yeah.
You know what I mean? But I love that you made it a point to say, hey, I'm not discrediting anybody, but they could have just extended the list a little bit more. You know? Do you feel like your work gets overlooked at times?
Of course. I think all the people that's ahead of their time feel that way.
Ooh.
You know, so it just come with the territory.
Yeah.
My gratification is sometimes delayed, sometimes it's not, and sometimes it's right on time. But whatever God give me, I'm grateful.
How did you figure out how to balance that? You know, because sometimes that could really consume you.
Yeah, it can.
Do you remember a time where it was consuming you, and then how did you get out of that, where you're just like, you know what, I'm going to just do what I'm going to do?
See, I feel like it never consumes me, but it builds up. So once it builds up and reaches a point, you got to release it and let it out. And I think that's when it consumes. But, you know, I'd be good the next day. Like, after that, I said what I said about Complex, and I was like, okay, sold out show out here in Newfoundland, Canada.
Right.
A whole arena.
Next.
Full of people.
Right. Next.
A lot of people on the list couldn't come to Newfoundland, Canada and sell out a whole arena.
Yeah.
But, you know, in the most humblest way.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
It's just facts. It's just reality.
Do you still keep up with numbers and stuff like that? Or, you know, I posted something, how many people are going to download? How many people are going to like it? Like, or do you try your best to, like, you know, balance that? Because
I try to detach from it now, for sure. Because I feel like I've reached peaks. I've reached so many peaks in my career to where it's like I never wanted to feel like I'm always like it's a high. I feel like you know, I don't want to feel like I'm always searching a high, but I also want to make sure that I'm still hitting the highs. So it's like, you know, whenever you find a good balance to make sure. I feel like sometimes I just got to detach from it. Let art be art. Let people do what they do. And not always try to clock it as like, oh, if it was a hit or not. Because some things just have broader impact.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not a lot about the streams. It's about the impact.
Impact's important, right? Absolutely. Because that's what counts, right? When you go to your sold out show and you're seeing people there, it's sold
impact.
out. It's real life. I'm not, you know, to discredit the internet stuff, but a lot of times it's just half the time it's bots that, you know, are spewing negative energy. But you're selling out shows, shaking hands, you're seeing people in person. What's the craziest thing someone's ever done at a show for you?
Oh.
Wow. Why is everybody on your team reacting like this? What happened?
It be crazy stuff going on. People, I mean, it's like, I mean, what is it? It's a lot.
Somebody snuck in somewhere. So that's regular.
What you think?
Someone.
Yeah, I mean, that's regular to me. I feel people flash they girls. Yeah, take off panties, throw panties up there.
We talked about the underwear situation before. Like, this is crazy, but that's just like regular.
Some people pass out.
Oh my! Because
I had somebody have a seizure at my show. I jumped in the crowd and helped them.
Oh, I'm so glad you helped them. That's important. I feel like you are very mindful of who's at your show, and you make a conscious, you know, effort to make sure people are good.
For sure.
Does that cause extra stress for you as a performer, though? Because you're dialed in differently, right? You're paying attention. You want to make sure people are okay.
Yeah, because people, you know, it falls back on you. It's like inviting someone to your house and they get bit by your dog. It's like, you
Yeah.
it's kind of irresponsible.
You want to make sure they're
I want to
okay.
make sure everybody good. Because it's like they're stepping into my space.
Of course. Important. I saw you had responded to somebody and you were talking about how your daughter, when she was conceived, that saved your life.
For sure.
How?
She gave me something to live for, I feel. Even though I had a lot to live for then, but I wasn't in acknowledgement of it. But she brought me back to that space to count my blessings and get all my ducks in a row. It was her for sure.
Oh, I love this.
She for sure changed my life.
I was going to ask, how have your kids changed you?
Changed me a lot, for real.
How?
It grew me up so much. I matured a lot. I don't hang around the people I used to hang around. I play the longevity game now. I'm always trying to figure out ways to where I can do my best from a health standpoint, from a putting myself in the right predicament standpoint, just so they always have me to call on. You know?
What was the last thing they asked you for?
My daughter just asked me to put her on a song. So I put her on a song. Me and Clover has a song.
Oh. That is so sweet.
We have a song. And my son, he doesn't talk, but he jibber jabbers. So like, you know, I just hold conversations with him through that. He can say dad, hi, and yeah, and no. So
they love that word no.
Yeah.
No. And you're like, why? Everything is a no?
I tell him no, and he say, yeah. I'm like, no, he say, yeah. Like, he understands it. He knows.
That is so sweet. Do you feel like being a parent has just brought out the best in you?
For sure.
Yeah?
For sure.
Has your mom noticed your growth? Like, has she, like,
I
been...
hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Like, you know, sometimes do you look back and be like, damn, I made it hard on my mom. Because now that you're a parent and you're like, damn, it's so much sacrifice.
For sure. For sure. It's coming full circle, like they said it would. But you get kids one day, you understand. And understand it. Yeah.
And what did you learn from your mom that you use now as a dad?
Being an entrepreneur, a boss, a leader, standing on my own 2 feet, independence. That's what they taught me for sure.
How did your mom teach you about independence? I want to stay there.
Funny is it's real funny story. I always tell it. My mother asked me when I was like 6 what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I said a basketball player. And she said, "What if that don't work out?" I said, I want to work at McDonald's. And she was like, "What?" It's just like, how you go from
basketball?
the NBA to McDonald's? And she said, "Son, you want to own the McDonald's." And I remember that since I was 6 years old, it was instilled in my mind. And I never worked a job because of it. Never worked a job. I never wanted to work a job. I always wanted to be the foreseer, the boss, the one that does the hard work, but, you know, had the people do the heavier lifting. I always wanted to sit back, you know.
And but now I realize, to tell everybody what to do.
Yeah, but now I realize the boss, he really don't sit back. He really has
he's
to
always
put it,
working.
Yeah, he's always
works
working.
The hardest.
Yeah,
especially when it's for your own business.
I did not know, but now I know.
Welcome to this club.
Yeah.
What do you want your legacy to be after we're talking about everything right now?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
My legacy is just committing the greatest human act I can commit, which is to inspire the next individual to get through similar struggles. And as long as I'm doing that, I feel like God is pleased.
What would you say has been the biggest misconception about you?
I think a lot of people have been listening to like some of the music that I've been releasing lately and just think like I'm just Kingpin freak show. Like I'm just, like it's just straight sex with me. But I think the music I've been releasing is somewhat, you know, a big part of it is just me confident, just loving myself, knowing who I am, and just, you know, appreciating the vessel that God blessed me with this time. So,
yeah.
You know, I think that's all it's been. And it's some more misconceptions. Yeah. I think a misconception to the world, though, is that Kevin Hart isn't funny. I feel like Kevin Hart is a great comedian. Why do people try to say that?
I think because he's just so successful.
Yeah, you're right.
And so I think when you're that successful, that out of this world, you know,
People try to say something.
And I think also comedy, you know, that is subjective to somebody, right? Like what's funny to you is. So I think for someone who doesn't think maybe Kevin Hart's as funny, they might wonder like, well, how does he have all this success? Because I don't find him that funny. Do you get what I mean? It's just like music. It's all subjective at that point. When you talk about art,
for sure.
That's the hard part about it. But you've never shied away from, you know, critics and people having a lot to say, even when people, you know, were coming at you pretty hard and tough about, oh, your posts and baiting maybe the LGBTQ plus community. You addressed it straight on and you showed your appreciation. Why is that always important for you to address critics in general?
Because, you know, like you said, misconceptions. You know, some people, what they perceive isn't what's true. And, you know, I do it in moderation because, you know, you can't win with the internet. But it's also good sometimes to just let them know you're human.
Yeah. What's the hardest part so far of being human in this industry?
People just feel like, I think the hardest part about being human in this industry is that people just, you know, what's the correct way to say it? People pretty much, they expect from you what they don't even do. They expect like perfection from you when little man ain't ate all day. Like feed your kids. Like make sure your kids good because that's the main reason why a lot of is going on in today's time now. You're not even tending to, you know,
your life.
Your life. So, you know, feed your kids. Make sure they good.
And not worry about Kevin Hart's success.
Yeah, man.
Make
sure you're good mentally. You know, care for self before, you know.
Yeah, it's the most important. How do you take care of yourself these days?
Yeah, man.
Like with your mental. How do you protect yourself?
Prayer, God, being first every day.
Yeah.
Wake up, pray, talk to myself, tell myself I deserve to be here, even when I'm too tired. On them days, I still deserve it. Eat right, fast when it's time to, cut out distractions when it's time to, you know, and enjoy yourself when it's time to, you know.
Yeah.
You know, just staying locked in for real.
I'm so happy for you, and I'm so proud of all of your success.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see what's next for you because truly everything you ever talked about, you have worked hard to make happen.
For sure.
It's really inspiring.
For sure.
Because it's just one of those things like, oh, he really talked about it and he really did it and he's really going to do this. I think that
Thank you.
That is so rare to see somebody follow through with their own dreams. And I'm happy for you and I like seeing joy on you and I love seeing you win and I love seeing you enjoy the moments as well. So make sure you do that. Make sure you get some rest. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you. I receive it well. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me too. Nice seeing you.
Come on. This is anytime you're in town, you want to stop by, you know what it is.
Yes,
thank you.